Shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessing, and salutations to the whole elect scattered abroad, teaching His word in truth and sincerity. I'm back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. And today we're going to go into reincarnation, right? Reincarnation is in the Bible, whether you believe it or not. And this is how life works. You know, your flesh, your body, when you die, it goes back into the earth. But your spirit is eternal, right? So your spirit comes back on the earth over and over again with new bodies. And we're going to show you that in the scriptures. And, Lord willingly, this lesson's edifying. So let's go to, let's see, Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes, we're going to go to 1 and 9. Right, showing you that, hey, there's nothing new under the sun. You know, that doesn't just go for like concepts of kingdoms or ideas, right? It's not just limited to that. It's also people. All right, so it says, Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, the thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Right, so like I said, that goes for spirits too, right? People, right? You're not a new person. Your spirit is not. You might be new in your body, in your incarnation. It might be new, as the scriptures say. A man is appointed once to die, right? Because you don't live many times in the same body. The body that you're in right now, it perishes, right? It's going to go back to the dust. But your spirit is going to keep on living, and it's going to get appointed a new body at a said time that the Most High wants you to come back, on the earth, right? So it's nothing new under the sun. And actually, I was supposed to get that word reincarnation, Slakia. This is reincarnation. It says meaning back again, incarnation meaning a new embodiment, right? So you're back with a new body. When you go into that word karn, it goes into the word flesh. Right, reincarnation, back in the flesh. It's where you get the word carnivore or carnal. Right, so it's back in the flesh. This is a concept that many people don't understand, especially when it comes to the Bible. Right, but this is another piece to understanding those mysteries of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Yeah, you got Eastern religions that believe in reincarnation, but it's not according to how the scripture explains it, right? They'll say, oh, you come back as a damn fly or a lion or a damn bird, man, right? And that's not how the Lord works, right? So we get a few more scriptures, man. Going into reincarnation. This is Matthew, I think it's 11. Hold on, let me get it real quick. This is Matthew 17 and 12. It says, lock you. It's Matthew 11. Let me see something real quick. I thought it was 11. So this is Matthew. I know it's 11 and 14. Matthew 11 and 14. And if you will, let me actually go a little further back. This is Matthew 11, 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven has suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. For all prophets and the law prophesied until John. And if you will receive it, this is Elijah's which was for to come, right? So we know that John the Baptist was Elijah, right? The same spirit, showing you that reincarnation is not just, some spook mysticism, but it's actually a true concept that's in the scriptures, right? And it makes a lot of sense when you look at judgment, right? People believe that when you die, you go into a subterranean world that you burn for all eternity, right? But that's not just, nor is it balanced. But guess what? If the Lord judges you in your new body for the things you did in your old body, that makes more sense, and the balance is kept equal, so to speak. Right? It's a balance. It's a a way of keeping things in order. Right? So let me get a few more scriptures. I'm not gonna be too long before you. I'm just gonna get these scriptures. 14 and 35. This is 2nd Esdras 14 and 35. It says, "For after the death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared." Right. So this is judgment, of a person, and eventually that person will live again. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. Right. So we're going to eventually live again, but you're not going to live again in this exact same body. And let's just clarify it to make it more clear. Certain men will be in the same bodies when the Lord comes, but they'll still be given a new body. Just to be more specific on that. So certain men will be still alive on the earth, but they'll still be given a new body, right? So they'll see the coming of the Son of Man and everything like that, as the scripture says. And then they'll be getting a new body. But certain men will die, right, like the men in the past, and they come back on the earth to live out their judgment. And that's what it says. So that's when the names of the righteous will be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared, right? So that's under the earth. Or in the earth, Let me go to Ecclesiastes, because I believe that's where I wanted to go. I think it's 16, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, this is Matthew. This is not Matthew. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. "And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that the wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there." Let me say that again. "And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment." Right. So the place of judgment is on the earth. That's where you live out the judgment. Right. So you do get judged, but then you end up living out your judgment on the earth. It says the wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness was there. It says place of righteousness, and the iniquity was there. Right. So that's it said under the earth, or under the sun, is where let me get it real quick so I don't it says, "For the death shall the judgment come, and we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest." So we live under the sun, right, on the earth. And that's where iniquity will be found, and that's where righteousness will be found, right? So you have to live out your judgment on the earth, and you eventually will be reincarnated, to live out your judgment on the earth. Let's go to 1 Corinthians. It's probably spelled wrong. It's all good. 14 and 32. It says, 1 Corinthians 14 and 32, "And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets." Right. So, on a deeper sense, it's really pretty much telling you that the spirits of the prophets that were in the past, and their subject are locked into the same spirits now. Right. The people that were prophesied in the ancient days are still the same people coming back in today's time. Right. They're the same people. Right. They just have new bodies, the same spirits, but new bodies. "For the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets." So kind of, dispelling that the Eastern reincarnation, where they say you can come back as anything. You can come back as a blade of grass or as a fly on a wall. No, your spirit as a prophet is subject to a prophet. So you're not gonna come back as a bird. You're not gonna come back as a Edomite. You're gonna come back as the same spirit, right? The same type of person you were in your previous life, right? You can come back as the same nation, right? You're gonna come back as the same person you were before, right? Just in a new body, right? Let's go into Revelations 1 and 7, right? Because that also shows you reincarnation, right? There's a lot of scriptures that allude to reincarnation if your spirit can receive it. Revelations, this is 1 and 7. Yep. This is Revelations 1 and 7. And behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, Amen. Right, so it says, even those who pierced him. Right, so the people who pierced him would have been dead 2,000 years ago. How are they going to see the coming of the Son of Man? Because they're going to be bought back, right? Which is reincarnation. You know, no matter how you cut it or slice it, it's reincarnation, man. Right? So this shows you that spirits come back, man. Spirits come back. That's how proper judgment is given out. Even when you think about the scriptures, it talks about the Lord visited the iniquity upon the third and fourth generation. Let me get that scripture real quick. Iniquity. Right, that shows you that, hey, you are your forefathers, man. This is Exodus 34 and 7. It says, keeping mercy for the thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgressions and sin that will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children's children until the third and fourth generation, right? Why is he visiting those iniquities upon the fathers, upon the children, right? Because the children come back, right? The children were their fathers, right? The third or fourth generation, you come back, and the Lord is going to still hold up that iniquity of things you did as your father in a previous generation. All right, so it gives you a better understanding of how the Lord judges and how the Lord judges righteously, just like these Edomites. That's why it says in Isaiah 14 and 21, it says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, right? Well, they'll say, well, I had nothing to do with the things that happened. That was my forefathers. But you really don't even understand the Lord put you in the trick basket. You are your forefathers. Of course, you're not going to remember it, but you are the forefather. You are the people that put us in slavery. That's why the Lord is going to judge all you Edomites, the Edomites that are here now with the same blood in you that your forefathers had. Right? So the blood is going to be in you, but the spirit is it's the same spirit. Right? You can't outsmart the Lord. The Lord is the ultimate he's the ultimate power. He knows what's going on. He knows how to get you damn Edomites back for what y'all did. Right? Oh, we didn't do anything. Our hands are clean of the blood. No, it's not. The blood is still on you, brothers. You Edomites. You know? It's still on you. Let's see. I got a couple of scriptures. Let me see if I'm going to bring something else. Let me see if there's something. Oh, yeah. That's what I was thinking about. I'm going to bring out this scripture and I'm going to end it. All right, so we went into, Elias being John the Baptist, Elijah. Let's see. It's 19 and 28, I believe. All right, so you damn demons, you damn devils, man. You gonna pay for what you did, man. That's a good, that's a good judgment for y'all, man. It's good for y'all thinking y'all got away. Matthew 19 and 28. Then Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit on the throne of his glory, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Right, so these apostles asked, let me actually just read it. It starts at 27, I believe. Let me just read it. Then answered Peter and said unto him, this is Matthew 19 and 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, what we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, he shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. That's reincarnation. You might not understand the concept of these people, these men coming back over and over again. You might just say, well, that's just showing that they came back. They're going to come back in the last days. But it's still reincarnation no matter how you cut it and slice it. It's reincarnation. These people are going to come back and they're going to get their reward for following Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. All right, so, hey, reincarnation in the Bible, it is biblical. It's the way life works. You don't get away. There's nothing new under the sun. Whatever you do, you got to pay for it, man. All right, so with that, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem HaKakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Until next time, Lord willingly, Shalom.